Hey guys, this is a short video about some of the Facebook and iOS 14 updates. If you are advertising with Facebook, you probably received this email today. In this email, we are informed about the upcoming changes of Apple's iOS 14 and how this could affect our ads and the Facebook advertisement in general. If you ask yourself what's the deal with iOS 14 and Facebook, basically there's an update coming on iOS 14 that will affect Facebook advertising and eventually affect us or the advertisers who use Facebook to promote their business. Now, why this is happening? Basically, with the new coming update, Apple will give iOS 14 users the option of opting out of the tracking that companies like Facebook use, which in their opinion will help increasing our privacy online. To explain this further, I'll read what Facebook is saying about this. Specifically, Apple will begin to require that all apps in the App Store show a discouraging prompt to users on iOS 14 devices in accordance with their app tracking transparency framework. Apple's policy will prohibit certain data collection and sharing unless people opt into tracking on iOS 14 devices via the prompt. As more people opt out of tracking on iOS 14 devices, ads personalization and performance reporting will be limited for both app and web conversion events. In response to these changes, we will also start processing pixel conversion events from iOS 14 devices using aggregated event measurement. This will support your efforts to preserve user privacy and help you run effective campaigns. And if you used Facebook advertising so far, you know how important is the Facebook tracking for the success of your campaigns. So with this change, it is expected that lots of iOS users will opt out of the Facebook tracking. And without tracking, Facebook advertisers believe that the efficiency of Facebook ads will decrease. And of course, this is only a speculation because no one knows for sure how this change will affect us. Like you, I read and searched for different information about this, but what we know for sure is only by informing ourselves from the Facebook source directly. So, in this email we are informed that this update may impact your ability to reach people with personalized ads. In Facebook's words, it also may significantly affect advertisers using Pixel, as well as iOS app developers and publishers. Then they announced the new edition of the Resource Center, which is available only on desktop devices. Now, if you want to learn more about how Apple's iOS 14 may affect your ads, after watching this video, go ahead and read this article. I'll leave it in the description below. But in this video, I will try to make a summary for you. Now, let's go to the Resource Center. So, we are informed here to prepare our ad accounts for the impact of iOS 14 changes. And as an update, you can see that after this change, audience sizes may decrease because they may not include people on iOS 14. Then, in the terms of reporting, there will be used the so-called statistical modeling for some conversions. And this again comes because of the people opting out of the Facebook tracking. Also, we may experience a decrease in the number of reported conversions. Another main change Facebook advertisers will experience is that we will have to deal with the limitation of using only 8 conversion events from a single website domain. And from what I understand, these events will be selected by Facebook depending on your ad account activity. So yeah, there are some changes coming to our way of advertising on Facebook. Now, I promised you a summary from what I learned so far. Just a heads up, this is only what we know so far. This could change in the next couple of months, so be prepared. So what we know so far is that you should select 8 events for your ad account and prioritize them by ranking them. For example, I believe the most important event for all of us will be the purchase event. Next could be the initiate checkout or add to cart or the lead event and so on. Next, from what I learned so far, we will still get data from users that opt out of the Facebook tracking, but only the highest ranked one. So, for example, if a user comes to your site and gets to the initiate checkout stage, you would receive in your reports only the initiate checkout event and not other events like the lead event that the user in our case may have fired when the user got to your site. Why? Because the initiate checkout event is usually ranked higher than the lead event. But this also depends on how you will set up these events in your events manager, specifically in the new Facebook's aggregated event measurement, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So I hope this makes sense so far. Next, we know that iOS 14 devices and other devices will be affected by this change, and there will be delays in reporting. Also, if you have a website business, you will be able to create more campaigns, ad sets, and ads. But this depends on how much you spend monthly on Facebook advertisement. For example, advertisers who spend less than 100k per month will be limited to 250 ads per Facebook page they use for advertisement. On the other hand, if you have an app-based business, there will be a limit of 1 ad account per app, 9 campaigns, and 5 ad sets per campaign. So these, I think, were the most important subjects I wanted to cover in this video. Now, what should you do? Verify your domain if you haven't already. Set up Conversion API if you are using e-commerce platforms like Shopify. And if you have an app-based business, update to Facebook's SDK for iOS 14 version 8.1. Then, prioritize the 8 key conversion events from your business and rank them in the Events Manager in the aggregated event measurement. This is a new tool from Facebook that will help in measuring the ad performance, which essentially processes web events from opted-out devices to help you run effective ad campaigns while supporting customer choices regarding tracking within the Facebook platform. And here, it shows how this will work by configuring those 8 events I have just talked about. Then for setting up, it seems they already have done this for this test account. So when you go to Events Manager, Aggregated Event Measurement, then Configure Web Events, you will see all your domains and if they are verified. This is why it is important to verify your domain. Then if you choose a domain, you are informed again that you can optimize for up to 8 events. And the weird part is that I only have 3 events on this domain, and I cannot add more. And it seems that you can also add custom conversions. Well, we'll see how this will be done in the future. Now, for your assignment, go ahead and verify your domain in the business settings, brand safety, domains, then click Add Domains. Then follow the instructions. You have here 3 options to choose from: DNS verification, HTML file upload, and meta tag verification. Choose the one that works for you best and follow the instructions. Now, Facebook recommends you to verify only the root domain. In my case, it should be only adrianmilia.com, but I also verified my subdomain just in case. So, this is it for this quick video. I hope you find this video useful, and if you did, share it with the ones in need, give a thumbs up and help me grow this channel by subscribing. Until next time, stay cool and grow your business.